The next video in Unit 4 will be on the discriminant. And in this video, we're going to review the quadratic formula. We're going to use the discriminant to describe and determine the number and types of solutions to a quadratic equation. So let's get started. Okay, we recall that the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so a possible solution might look like this. 1 plus or minus the square root of 33 over 2. Okay, and this would yield 2 real solutions. Right? They'll be decimals, but they are real solutions. Okay? Another form of it might look like this. 1 plus or minus 0 over 5. All right? So this would be basically the plus or minus part after it is 0. This would be the same thing as 1/5. Okay? This would be like a bounce, right? So this would be one real solution. One real solution. Okay, and then the third type, 1 plus or minus I square root of 33 over 2, has an I in it, but it has 2 solutions. So this is 2 non-real solutions. So let's think here. What is the pattern? What can we tell, right? We looked here, and even though I wrote a 5, I could have written a 2 here. The one thing that was different was the part that's underneath the radical. The b squared minus 4ac. Okay? That is the discriminant. b squared minus 4ac is the discriminant. Okay? If the discriminant was positive, greater than 0, then it yielded 2 real solutions. Okay? Might have a square root in it, but it's 2 real solutions. And if it's a perfect square under the radical, it's going to yield whole numbers. Positive or negative. All right? If it's b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, like this middle one right here, then it's going to yield 1 real solution. Right? It's going to look like a bounce. And then if b squared minus 4ac was less than 0, negative, then it's going to yield 2 non-real solutions. Okay, so that's our criteria, and this is hugely important. So please make sure you have this screen down in your notes. You will need them. Okay? So let's use the discriminant and then describe the type of solutions that are formed. Now remember, the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, the part of the quadratic formula under the radical. Okay? So on this first one, a is 1. B is negative 4, and C is negative 5. All right, so I have negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Okay, so 16 plus 20 is 36. Is that greater than 0? Yes, it is. So since b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, there are 2 real solutions. Now, you don't use the discriminant to find the solutions, you just use the discriminant to tell what kind of solutions they are. All right, so let's look at this one over here. Yeah, it's not going to let me move it. I was trying to move it. Okay, so A is 1, B is 4, and C is 5, right? So b squared, 16, minus 4 times AC, right, is 16 minus 20, which is negative 4. Since b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then there are two non-real solutions. Two non-real solutions. Okay, so let's look at this one. I have a is 1, b is negative 12, and c is 36. Okay, so I have b squared minus 4 times a times c. Okay, so 12 squared is 144. Negative times a negative is a positive. Minus, and then here I have 36 times 4, which just happens to be 144. So that's 0. So since b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, there is one real solution. And further, if there's one real solution, this is a perfect square. And you can see it is 6, so it's x minus 6 quantity squared. So there's one real solution. So what do the solutions look like on a graph? Okay, if there are two real solutions, there will be two roots. So it's going to cross the x-axis in two places. One real solution looks like a bounce. So it's going to come up to it and go back up. There'll be one real solution. And then two non-real solutions look like this. Never crosses the x-axis, right? Not at all. So here's the last problem. I want you to find the discriminant and describe the number of solutions for this problem here left on the board, 6x squared minus 2x plus 5. Okay? And I will see you in class.